What's going on, everybody? This is Dr. Roster of the Misfit Effect. And of course, I'm joined with my wonderful, spectacular, and always amazing co-host, the lovely Miss Sarah Lace.
At least you didn't say always on time.
Yeah, we ain't talking about that right now.
But yes, first of all, though, guys, we got to shout it out again. Dr. Rostar in the house over here. Now he's a PhD. Wait,
DBA,
right? Oh, MDA,
DBA.
DBA. Sorry, guys. I struggle with those acronyms. Those are hard. There's different kinds of doctors, but he's a doctor. And speaking of, now we got another professional in the house, Mr. Tadpole up in here.
I tell you what, congratulations on your, becoming a doctor. I tell you what,
Thank you much.
I got my master's degree in teaching, and after I got my master's, I looked into being to become a doctor, and I said, man, that's just too much work for me. I was like, that's so. It's hats off to you. That's not an easy feat at all. I mean, I just want to say, man, that's
Yeah, I
you.
was gonna. It was a few times I wanted to quit, and the fact I have two masters, and like. Yeah. It's like I'm not even using some of the stuff that I learned. But but thank you so much.
Uh, it's hard work, man. I put a lot of work to get in my master's, and I tell you, I was done. I was absolutely done after that. I mean, it was enough writing, enough of research, all that stuff. You know, what I mean, I was just so. Congratulations again for taking that extra step. That's a major achievement on your part.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
But
So so for
you,
everybody out there, like real quick, for everybody out there who don't know who you are, who is Tadpole? How would you describe Tadpole?
Oh man, tadpole. I tell you what, I guess you say I'm just like I did just really when I started doing adult movies, I did it basically just to try to get some females discovered, and at the same time, I was just having fun with it. I really didn't expect it to take off, or I guess I'm assuming it took off. It went way exceeded my expectations. I was just trying to have some fun, get some girls I met at the strip club. I met some girls at the strip club, and I wanted them to get discovered, and I obviously bought a camera, and I guess say the rest is history. But far as me, who I am, I'm just like any other regular guy. I was divorced. I got got a daughter who's a teenager, who's about to turn 18 soon. My God, she's growing
You
up.
dope.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. And then I follow sports like everybody else does. Like football Sundays. Like to watch my favorite teams. I say teams now. I used to be a Steelers fan, but and then I learned that you can pick any team you want, and that's I go with teams that are winning. So kind of like I'm a bandwagon. I root for whoever's winning right now. Is that fair? I mean,
You can you can cheer who you want to cheer for. I've always been a loyalist to all my
I used
teams.
to. I used to
Uh,
be.
Like because like I would like I'm a Bills fan. I became a Bills fan in like 90. So it was like during the Super Bowl run. But
Yeah,
then
yeah.
but then during the entire 1999 to 2016 when we weren't winning anything, I roughed it out.
Yeah.
see, funny enough, when it comes to sports, I'm not really one that has the attention span for it. But if we're going to either like go to a friend's house to watch the game or we're gonna go to the actual event, fuck it. I'm gonna put on the team
Yeah.
colors. I'm gonna dress up, cheer on whatever side we're on. At that point, whether we're winning or losing, I'm gonna just cheer blindly, like,
We just
yeah,
cheer
There
against the
you go.
Cowboys.
yeah. I'm just
So
I'm just a cheerleader. Yeah.
I'll be honest with you though. Before I started Tadpole, I was like one of those really sports fanatics. I mean, I watched my baseball teams, Cubs every day. I read about them every day. And since I started Tadpole in June of 2018, haven't really. I'm more of a casual fan now. Because I say to myself, I'm so busy doing what I do now. I always ask myself, what the hell did I do before I was in porn? And I thought, man, what did I do? And I thought, oh, okay, you follow sports. You were into playing sports, coaching but now it's like this job that I have now. I call it a job, but It
Yeah.
takes up pretty much most of my life now, and I'm okay with that. And actually, it's a pretty good life, you know. I
Yeah.
mean, living a dream. But well, speaking of sports, one last thing about the sports is I guess the A's are coming to Las Vegas, and I'm planning on moving to Las Vegas soon. And hopefully by the end of this year, I'm going to move to Las Vegas, and I will put on. I'm a Cub fan, but I'm telling you right now, I'm going to root for the Las Vegas A's. I'm gonna put on the green A's, so I'll be you. So I'll hopefully I'll catch some games there.
Okay,
That's
let me
what
ask.
they're coming. I don't know if you're aware, but they're coming to Las Vegas in a couple of years, right? Are you
I
familiar
don't
with that,
know,
Prince?
because I haven't followed baseball in a while. Because for baseball, it's only fun if you go in person for me. Like because I can't
Oh yeah.
like watch on television. I have zero attention span, and I'm a Red Sox fan, so like it's hard for me to pay attention if I'm just watching on television. And I think it's like almost the exact the opposite for like football. Like I
Mhm.
enjoy watching it in person, but for me, I get more excited because it just feels more. It's I don't know, it just feels better to watch like my Buffalo Bills
No, of
play
course.
on television. And with basketball is just getting really boring. I'm still a Bulls fan though. I'm gonna be loyal to my
You're a
Bulls.
Bulls fan.
I'm
I
from
don't.
I'm from
I'm from
Indiana.
Chicago right now, so.
I'm from Indiana. I used to be a teacher in Chicago. So
Oh wow.
I used to teach it. Yeah, I used to be a teacher in Chicago. Yeah, like you said
Well, we have
earlier.
something in common. Yeah,
Yeah,
I taught school and I taught middle school in Peoria, Illinois. So I used to be a
I
school
was a
teacher.
teacher
I
in
used to
Crete.
coach Crete. Okay,
You know what
wow,
Crete is? Yeah, I was teaching. I was a teacher in Crete, Illinois, before I moved to
wow. And like I said,
Atlanta.
and a little bit more about me. I'm sure some people may know, may or not know, but when I was married, I was a school teacher. Um, living a totally different life than what I do now. But that's crazy to think that that was my life one time. A school teacher, married, following the Cubs, following the Bulls, and wow, that was back probably like 15 years ago. So I'm 55 now, so I've lived many lives, I guess you could say.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I don't like two things. One, I didn't know you were that old. And
Thank you.
not calling you old, but I didn't know you were
I know what you meant.
like you were a little bit younger than that. And I think I stopped teaching in 2008. Well,
Uh,
stop being an in-room teacher because I was doing other stuff for education.
2008.
But I
Hmm.
stopped being in the classroom teacher in '08. But I was doing other teaching stuff a little bit longer. But damn,
Yeah, I haven't been in a classroom since 2015, and I didn't start my tadpole until 2018. So it was like I was working for the state of Illinois for 3 years. 'Cause it didn't work out. Honestly, I was the one of those teachers. I swear, I was terrible. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was probably could not control a classroom. I was probably the nicest guy out there. But I tell you what, those kids were horrible to me in my classroom. I could not keep them hack. They anyway. But the weird thing about the kids were like, as soon as you see them out in the mall, they act like you're the favorite person in the world. Like Mr. Beebe, that's my real name. Mr. Beebe, you're the greatest. I'm looking. You just flipped me off yesterday in school. Like what the heck? Like you didn't even show up to detention yesterday. What the hell? Like what
So
let me talk to you. Let me talk to your parents right now. Where they at?
I think
Oh no, no.
like
Anyway, that's
I used to randomly see them when I was at gas stations. So like
yeah.
I put
You're
my
running
gas,
too.
yeah, just like they say, "What's up, Mister?" And I'm like,
They love
"Hey."
they treat you like a celebrity at town in the classroom. They disrespect the hell out of you. It doesn't make any sense to me at all. Like, but it wasn't for me, man. It wasn't for me. The parents weren't supportive. Usually that was half the problem. I mean, the schools I was in anyway, it was like I can't say that with all parents, but my experience with the schools that I was in, I felt like the parents were more like defense attorneys versus sport, trying to help me discipline their children for misbehaving. But I don't know, it's a different life. I mean, I
yeah.
don't talk about it much, honestly.
And
I
speaking
moved
of
on from
different
that.
life, you are a veteran, correct?
Yeah, I did
So,
20 years in the Navy. I did 20 years in the Navy. And then yeah, then I retired in 2009, and I used my. I don't know if you're familiar with the GI Bill. I don't know if you ever heard of that term.
Well,
I used
he
my
was.
GI Bill to teaching lessons because that was like my dream was to be a high school, but be like a coach sports and be
Ooh.
a school teacher. But yeah, I did 20 years in the Navy. I worked in the I want to say food hotel restaurant management department. I cooked for admirals. I worked my way up. I told this story in another podcast, so I guess I'll share with you too. I actually had an opportunity to work at the White House. I'm telling
Oh,
that
that's
straight up.
awesome.
I Yeah, I was up. I was up for orders, and I already took orders to Great Lakes Naval Base, which is near my hometown in Illinois. I'm from Illinois. I grew up in a small town, Illinois,
Mhm.
and I was so excited about getting orders to Great Lakes, Illinois, which is North Chicago. And I was excited about watching the Cubs, my favorite team. I've already got on a softball team with my my buddies, and
Yeah.
I was super excited. And all of a sudden, I get this call from the White House because I was cooking for an Admiral Board at the time in Naples, Italy,
Mhm.
and they're like, "Hey, we want you to come to the White House and cook, be part of our staff with Bill Clinton." And I'm like, I already got orders to Chicago. I'm happy. I'm looking forward to
Yeah.
being close to home. And they're like, dude, it's the White House. I'm 24 years old, 25, and I'm thinking that I'll get another opportunity. I guess
Yeah.
that's what I'm thinking. Like, I'm just excited about going to Chicago.
Mhm.
I thought, nah, what the hell is doing DC? I'm like, nah, I don't want to go to DC. I wasn't even thinking about the opportunity to work at the White House as a cook. And I just said, nah, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna I already told my parents I were coming. They were excited for me to be close to home because I'm in Italy at the time. Been in Italy for a couple years, and hadn't been home in a while. And I like I said, it was a something I never regretted, but it's a
Mhm.
true story. And I'm telling you, I always wonder if I would have changed history. Like me, I was 24. I was a better looking guy, fit, and I'm thinking I probably would have hooked up with Monica Lewinsky before she would have messed around with Bill Clinton. And we never would have had any of that drama. I swear to God. I'm thinking that could have happened, right? Because
Yeah.
Monica Lewinsky obviously was in the White House underneath the desk of Bill Clinton. I would have ran into her, I'm sure. And I would have completely changed history. No
Mm.
one would even know. I
Look, you would
promise you
have
that.
given her dinner and dessert.
Yeah. Oh no, maybe me and Bill could have done a threesome, man. Could
I
have
got.
tag team Monica. I don't know, man.
Oh God.
Who knows?
Maybe
They,
Hillary and I would have hooked up. I don't know, man.
Oh my
I
God.
know I would have been doing some crazy stuff in the White House.
who knows? They might be secretly that kinky.
Yeah, but I will. Yeah,
You
I don't know
never.
much about politics. I stayed away from all that stuff, but I will say this though. I don't regret it, and I tell you right now, like every decision I made in my life that got me to where I'm at now, I'm glad I made those decisions because I'm where I really, really want to be in my life. Like in the adult industry. If I would have went to the White House, obviously that one little decision would have changed everything, and the chance that I would
Exactly.
not be doing what I'm doing. Who knows what I'd be doing right now? But I just know that somehow my path led me to do what I'm doing today. So I'm happy with every decision that I made. Like I said, I don't regret it. I didn't regret it then, and I haven't never regretted it. But it's a true story. I really did turn down a chance to work at the White House.
That's pretty
I don't
awesome.
know. Thank
That's
you.
that honestly, that's super dope. But
Yeah, I
what
still yeah. Mhm.
what kind of foods did you cook while you were in? Versus maybe what are your
Well,
favorites as well?
well, I was Admiral Cook. Started off in Naples, Italy, so a lot of the stuff we did was Italian dishes. Because I actually would we would actually like go to the local Italian market and buy fresh food from the Italian market, and we would pretty much everything would be pasta. A lot of the penne arrabbiata. Oh my God, it's been
Mm.
so long since I've cooked anything in the show. But I guess because mainly I also was stationed on an admiralship where we were stationed in Gaeta, Italy, which
Mhm.
is so since I was always in Italian culture cooking for these admirals. So obviously Italian food.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
So
it's
so you know how to make pasta from scratch then.
yeah, you're supposed. Yeah, well, no. We went to the Italian market and the pasta was already made. So we know how to cook it al dente though to the bite. Al dente. But that is a funny story you say that though, because when I was in Italy, I actually literally dated Italian girls, and I went over to one of my Italian girl I was dating at the time, and me and my buddies went over to the house and was getting ready to go out to clubbing. We're in our 20s, and we're in her apartment. She's obviously got roommates, and we're in the living room, and the girls come in and say, "Hey, you guys want a pizza?" And we're like, "Yeah, we're gonna have a pizza, sure." We're thinking like American, like they're throwing this shit in it, like a tombstone frozen pizza in the oven. It'll be done in like 5-10 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some microwavable shit. We're in there for like an hour. Like, what the hell taking them so long with this pizza? So we go, let's go in the kitchen and check it out. We go in the kitchen and they're making the dough from scratch. They're making like tomato sauce from scratch. These are Italian family. We're like, we didn't know. We would never would have, if we knew you're gonna make the pizza from scratch, we would never want you to go through that much trouble. And
Yeah.
but that was a different, like I said, Italian culture. So it was yeah. So but
Yeah,
no, I mean
I don't think I could survive over there. One, I don't like noodles, so that eliminates
noodle
98% of the food over there. Uh,
pasta everywhere, man.
yeah, I can't. Literally never like anything with a noodle. Spaghetti, ravioli, like all of
Well, they
that.
got you have to eat the meats then, like veal and all the other stuff they got there.
Mm,
The chicken marsala. You,
yeah.
you'll find something.
Yeah,
It
but
is
I
hard to
will.
avoid pasta in Italy. It's
Mhm. I will say I went to an Italian restaurant in Miami though, and I don't know exactly what it was, but it was like a beef marrow with like pasta, like spaghetti on the side. And that was like probably the best meal I've ever had. It
wow.
was so tender.
Oh wow. You remember the
Mhm.
location? Will you be able to go back? Hopefully.
Um, I have a friend that took me, so I can just ask him where it was. But yeah,
Okay.
I'll send you the name later. Maybe we can
Okay. Good.
go.
Good. 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 I have to check it out. I
But
always
yeah.
like going to Italian restaurants since I lived there. I actually lived in Italy for 7 total years, on and off. And when I was in my 20 years, I spent 7 years in Italy. Spent a year in Greece, island of Crete, and of course Bremerton, Washington, couple years. Chicago, Illinois, 6 years. Norfolk, Virginia for a year. Newfoundland. I stationed in Newfoundland, Canada for 3 years, believe it or not. When I was
Ooh,
18, 19, and 20 years old, I was in Newfoundland, Canada.
okay.
I wasn't cooking for admirals then. I was actually working in the front desk.
Mhm.
Like we have a like hotel restaurant, like we call it barracks
Mhm.
and food service, but I guess the biggest claim for fame I did there was I checked in the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. They came to the base for like a USO tour.
Yeah.
Um, and the XO, I was like a womanizer back then. Believe it or not, I was a womanizer, 19 years old. And the XO of the base was a female, and she said, "Ted, you'll be checking in Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. You better behave yourself." I was like, "Man, okay, I will." But they honestly they had like a lot of restrictions. They had curfew. They couldn't do a bunch of stuff. It wasn't like what we thought it was gonna be like. We thought they were gonna come on the base and just have some fun with the guys on there, but it was nothing like that. It was all kind of we call it kind of organized. Really
Mhm.
strict.
Mhm.
Like the girls couldn't do nothing with us. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
mean, not that I tried, I mean,
Yeah.
I checked them in and they did their little, USO tour thing. I don't know. I don't remember. That was back in 1991. Were you even born in 1991, Prince? Because you're a young guy
Yes, I was.
yourself.
Oh no, I'm 40. How old am I? I'm 43.
We know Sarah wasn't born yet.
Well, Sarah definitely wasn't born yet. Sarah wasn't born
We
until
won't.
way later.
Wasn't even a thought, guys. Oh, wasn't even a thought yet.
We won't. We never asked a woman how old they are, but wait, I know for a fact in 1991 you were not around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was 8 in 91.
Okay, wow, that's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Different life wasn't it back then? No cell phone, no internet.
Yeah, well,
Man, what the hell do we do? How do we survive?
I
I
don't
mean, you
know.
were just outside until the lights turned
We were outside,
Yeah.
and that's the thing. It's like I can't imagine my life now without a cell phone and without the
Me
internet.
neither.
But I'm like, and I know what we used to do back, like play video games and stuff like that. And it's like. I still can't imagine like now going over someone's house without calling first to
Yeah.
say,
Yes.
"Hey, I'm about to come over." We used to just ride our bike over there and then just hope someone's home. Is Black
Yeah.
Dog here? No. Okay, and we drove.
Yeah.
We rode a bike for 2 miles for no reason, and just rolled back like happy, like it was like okay, no problem, like it was
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
I remember. I remember before internet, before cell phones, all that stuff. Like, come to my house. I have like a little sticky note on my door. Hey, I was here to see you. You weren't home, and you're thinking, "Damn, I missed out on this person visiting me or whatever." It's just. I guess that's how we communicated. Like, just put a little note on the door. Hey, I was here. You know,
Yeah.
We had our house phones, but it was kind of like,
house phone different. Yeah, you check your messages. Remember,
oh
remember
my
that was a big
God,
deal when you got the answer
voicemail.
machine.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
you before and remember before the answer machine, you have no idea if anybody called you when you're away. No idea.
And you definitely didn't have caller ID, so it's like
No, you had to
it
take
took
a chance.
you had to like hope someone's really calling you, and they're not calling either the wrong number or it's not like someone trying to do a prank phone call.
Yeah, yeah, there's a lot of wrong numbers. Or if you're like me in school, you worry about the principal calling your mom. I don't know.
Or someone calling international or not international, but long distance. Even if they're call Sarah, someone could call you from Indiana to Indiana. This is like where I lived at, and it's long distance because they're
Yeah,
219 and you're 260, and that's long distance. Y'all live in the same state.
yeah, that's crazy. It's right. I remember all those long distance phone calls back in the days. It's like didn't matter. Different area code is long distance. Wow, remember back some crazy memories, man.
Oh my goodness gracious!
One
People
thing,
just don't know. They
like
did.
one thing I vaguely remember though, like wasn't there kind of like a free time kind of thing where it's like you
No,
would have to pay for their minutes
no,
until like
that's
nine
cell
o'clock?
phones. I'm
With
talking
cell
about cell
phone. We're talking
phones.
about landline.
Ooh, see, I was before my time.
No, if you're talking about cell phones, no, like it depends on who you're with. If you're with Verizon, Sprint, or whoever, because like some cell phones, it was they started bringing it down because at first it was free after 9 o'clock,
Mhm.
or free minutes and free text. Before that, you paid per text, and you would hate for somebody to text you when you're out of text messages because you still gotta pay for that text.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot about that. That's crazy, man. I forgot all about that. It's something
See,
a lot more simple.
I
The
vaguely remember that because like, whew, I don't
uh,
remember how long ago that was. I will say, but that was like
that was 98,
exactly.
Mm.
98, 97.
Exactly. I was born in 97. So that was towards the end of me like being born. Like
I
I
think
was there already. You got that was already finishing up. Like minutes were free, unlimited.
No, I think when I was a freshman in college, it was
Mhm.
still free at like it was still I think it was free after 7 when I was a freshman in college, and you still had to try to find that the best line that had like 450 minutes for a cheap price.
Mhm.
No, I was
And
no.
then and also when I mentioned earlier about being a school teacher, I actually taught in the Middle East. I was in a teach away program for the Middle East, and
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time skyping my family. Matter of fact, I was in the Middle East as a school teacher, and I was spending more time with my family, my mom and dad, and Skyping them than I did when I lived at the same state because they wanted to Skype me like all the time because they were concerned, worried about me being over in the Middle East. And again, I did not enjoy teaching over there, but I didn't really enjoy myself in the Middle East. But it was still a great experience, though. I mean, I was able to see some stuff that like camels and the desert and experience the heat and I don't know. Have you ever been to the Middle East, Sarah or Prince?
Mm,
I've only been
Did you?
to
I was in Abu Dhabi. I was near Abu Dhabi. I was there in Abu Dhabi.
I've only
ooh.
been to
I
I've only
don't
been to
know.
Amsterdam, Ghana, Amsterdam, Ghana, Africa, Burkina Faso, and London. Those are only four countries I've been to.
Well, Amsterdam is one of my favorite
Oh, and
places, quite
Bahamas,
honest with
but I
you.
don't count Bahamas. That was
No, Bahamas. I've
recent.
been to Bahamas too. It was pretty cool.
That was like that was more recent, but I meant like, real travel, you
Mm.
know.
Mhm.
Were you went to Amsterdam to see the museums out there like I did?
Oh,
I'm sure.
it was like Amsterdam was my layover. So we were able to go out and
Oh, okay.
enjoy it a little bit, but I was going to Ghana, Africa, because
Oh, okay, okay.
yeah, like my school paid for us, like for me and a few other people to go. Um, so I'm like, well, since I got a minor in Twee, Ashanti Twee, so I'm like, I'm gonna go over there and try to speak with the locals, and n no, that like I probably had a first grader's
Mhm.
education as far as their language,
Uh,
I feel that.
at
but
least you tried though.
I mean, like they understood. Like I understood some of the stuff they were saying, and they understood me. I knew some of their local songs. That yeah, so it was like it was a good interaction. And I don't drink now, but I drank back then, so I was able to enjoy some of their brand of alcohol. So it
Ooh.
was a whole
Hmm.
different experience. And now I'm like, if I go over there, I won't drink alcohol, but it's still I can enjoy certain other aspects. So.
Mhm. That is pretty awesome.
Yeah, every country's got their own alcohol beverage. Every country has their own drinks, right? Yeah.
Hmm. Exactly. I will say that's probably awesome to be able to like go and just travel and just try different local breweries. That
Yeah, yeah.
that'd
Yeah, I
be
don't drink much anymore. I used to drink a lot in the Navy, but I just I'm just at the point now. I just don't like the hangovers anymore. You know,
yeah.
Yeah, I
So
and
got
you
that.
drank like a sailor?
I drank, I did a lot of I cussed like a sailor. I drank like a sailor. I had a girlfriend in every port. I swear to God, I ain't kid you. I had a girlfriend in every port. Um, yeah, I really did. Hmm.
So Loki, you were
Uh,
a slut even before this career. I think you were kind of
oh
new for
God, yeah.
this.
Yeah, it was. And also I used to say this, but I love sluts myself. I love a slut. You know what's funny? I remember like one of the first girls I had a serious relationship with. She was like engaged. I was engaged to her. I remember like my friends telling me like, "Oh, she's cheating on you," and I'm instead of me being jealous, I'm like trying to act mad, but I'm like really going, "Damn, she's a fucking slut." like I wanted like it's like I wasn't even like upset, but at the same time though, it's like I'm supposed to act like I'm upset, right? When your friends are telling me that your girlfriend's cheating on you, and you're just like, I don't care.
Mhm.
You want to just be honest, like have fun, you know. I don't care. I mean, all my girlfriends were cheating on me. I was cheating on them too. It's not-
But see, that's why now that we've evolved, or at least I'm evolved a little bit. I just want to know. I'm just like,
yeah,
yeah, go be a hoe. Like just tell me that that's what you're gonna go do. I
yeah,
love me
yeah.
some steak hoes, okay? Like, but usually if you're gonna go be a hoe, like, can I join?
Oh my goodness.
But when I was married, when I did get married, though, my goal wasn't to cheat on her, and I never did.
Yeah.
I didn't. I only because I was married for 6 years, so but
Hmm.
with my girlfriends before that, I was, but it's the same time that the person I was with, I still liked them. Does that make sense? I still liked them and cared for
Yeah.
them. But just because I, would run into somebody new, I don't know. But I know. I think with the girl too. As long as she still came back to you, I guess I can't be too upset, right? It's, I,
Yeah. You just want to have a little
I
fun.
guess, yeah, yeah. I can't imagine. Yeah, I can't imagine living any other way. Honestly,
I agree.
open relationships are fun.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Exactly. That's why I love the term ethical non-monogamy. Like
Hmm.
we may be going out there doing other things with other people, but at least for me, as long as we know what our partner is doing, it's fine. It's not cheating.
Exactly. I agree with you.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great
Mhm.
attitude. I love it. Thank you.
Exactly. Yeah. But now speaking of back to the adult work. One awesome thing that I will say I love about your work is the way that I saw that you do both the 2D film and VR.
Hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
is there a reason that you started doing that?
The VR, what the see, yeah, what happened was obviously I don't know if you know my story. I used to do start off with just doing gangbangs,
Mhm.
and one of my gangbang guys actually had a VR camera,
Hmm.
and he just asked like, "Hey, can we record the VR during the gangbang and be something we can watch in his goggles later on?" We thought it'd be like cool. And I'm like, yeah, sure, let's just do it. And of course, we recorded the VR. We're watching the
Mhm.
goggles. We're like, this is really cool. Like watching this, it was like we were like, it brought you like in the room again. And so
Mhm.
we're like, I wonder if there's any platforms. This is how we didn't know anything about VR. We were
Yeah.
filming VR just for the fun, just for the fun of it.
Hmm.
Mhm.
And then we like did research and found out there was actually like sex like real, there was VR porn. Of course, we submitted our VR footage, and at first they're like, you gotta change some stuff because we didn't know how to film VR,
Mhm.
VR. But they still threw some of our early videos up, even though they weren't the way you're supposed to film VR. But they still those early videos still actually were very popular, and because I as soon as I uploaded the VR to Sex Like Real and VR porn,
Mhm.
the earnings were coming in like daily. I mean, it was like it was like life changing almost. Like where points like, wow, I'm making good money on this VR.
Mhm.
So I had no choice but to like include it in all my scenes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And of course, my style was not professional. Like at the time and even now, most VR companies are professionals and they focus on VR, POV normally, and it's really done really well. I'm more of a just like, hey, I'm doing it an amateur style, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
just and they're seeing and when they're watching my VR, they're seeing things that it's not professional. You know what I mean? It's a bunch of amateur guys, regular guys. We know how we do our orgies, it's just
Mhm.
chaos, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
and the people who watch VR, they're not used to that. It's like it's something different. So it was like a little niche. Is that right? Niche? Like a little
Yeah.
yeah, so I literally would just have the VR camera rolling at the same time. I do 2D. There are not too many studios. If I might be the only studio actually that does it at the same time. So like you
Mhm.
like when you're watching the VR with the headset on, you'll literally see me or somebody walking around with the handheld camera filming the action. Um,
Mhm.
I think most studios focus on VR. I know
Yeah.
some studios like Lethal Hardcore, they'll have their VR scenes and their 2D scenes, but
Mhm.
but when they're recording the VR, they're not recording the 2D at the same time. Does that
Yeah.
make sense? I could be wrong, but I think the studios that do both, I think they don't film at the exact same time. Does that
Yeah,
make
they,
sense?
they pause in between takes. At least from my personal experience, it does go the way that you said it, where we'll like do the VR intro and then we'll cut and then we'll do the handheld intro, like just the 2D, and then we'll cut and
Mm-hmm.
we'll do the VR like blowjob and then cut and then we'll do the 2D blowjob and it keeps going. It's like,
Yeah,
ooh, that kind of almost
yeah,
sometimes feels like double the work.
it
But
is actually.
when I worked with you, like it was dual, and I
Yeah,
actually
well, I
mentioned it to Rostar. Like I actually, even like having been on set for multiple companies, I had not seen that before. And it to me
mm,
feels more inclusive to the viewers because some people don't have VR versus some people that only watch it VR. So it's like
yeah.
both viewers are able to go in and enjoy what you're doing.
And I get away with it too because I really don't care about the 2D guy walking around the room filming while the VR is going. And a lot of the reason why I do it that way is mainly because it's more towards respect to the model that I'm paying. I'm paying her a rate,
Mm-hmm.
like whatever the scene is, a boy, the threesome rate or whatever. Um, I feel like that I want to get the scene done in one,
One
you know
go.
what I mean,
Yeah.
one go, because if you're doing, and in my opinion, I shared this with some female porn stars too, and they actually weren't too happy. They were more like, you know what, you're right, because they were saying something like, they felt like they should get paid twice. Like if you're on set and you're doing a 2D scene, right? And all of a sudden the 2D scene's over. Now they want to film in VR. You're like, you know what? I should get paid twice. You know what I mean? Like you're getting two
Yeah.
different scenes. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
and it's like, well, when I'm filming it, you're only doing it once for me, and it's getting recorded in every way. I'm recording it live stream
Mhm.
even sometimes. You're recording in VR. It's not like two different scenes. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Because the female porn star that did share with, like, I showed them my earnings on VR, and they were like, okay, I'm never ever gonna do VR scene without getting paid again. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because they realize, Jesus Christ, you're making a lot of money on VR. Like this, so this company that's like, I just did a 2D scene with them, and all of a sudden it's like now they want me to do VR, the same scene, but they're not paying me anything. But now I know that the VR makes this kind of money, so like now you need to pay me another scene, right? You know what I mean? But I
Yeah.
feel like, hey, if I do it all at once, then we're safe, right? That's fair,
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
Right? But if I'm,
Absolutely. Because
yeah, and
also
I,
the thing is it's with our flow. Like if we have to cut, we have to stop and start, stop and start. Like that really messes with our flow. Versus when I
mhm,
filmed with you, it's like you're like, hey, like, all right, bathroom break's done, everything's good, right? Okay, bet
yeah,
we want 45 minutes. Let's enjoy ourselves.
yeah, it was a
The
great,
camera
yeah.
starts and I just get into it, you know.
I remember our first orgy. That was a fun. That was Exotica weekend, and it was supposed to have been like a gangbang with one girl, and then she ended up getting sick, and then it was crazy. It was like one of those things where it was supposed to have been a gangbang with one girl, and she added a friend, Taylor Nicole, and then the Taylor Nicole. Then the girl, one girl got sick, so Taylor Cole told me she knew you, and that you would join, and then we added like another girl, and that's like it turned into an orgy. And
Yeah.
then your boyfriend, your husband, I don't know if you were married at the time, but I'm assuming you're married now, obviously, right? But at the time, Ace Kush,
Mhm.
remember he wasn't even going to be in it. He just kind of like just dropped you off, and then we're like, "Are you tested?" And he's like, "Yeah." I mean, that. I'm like, well, why don't you just jump in too? You know, it
That
was
was
like.
so awesome.
You remember that, right? Like, yeah,
Yeah, that
yeah,
was so fun, honestly. Cause like he dropped me off at the door, like of the hotel room, like wheeled my suitcase in, gave me a
yeah. I
little
remember that.
on the lips, was like, "Okay, baby, love you, bye. Just text me when you're done. I'll I'll be down in the lobby or whatever." And I was like, "Okay, bet." And he was like, Tadpole was like, "Wait, like, do you do that? Like, do you film too?" He was
Yeah,
like, "I can, but." Like, I don't usually. You're like, well, are you tested? He's like, yeah, here, look. It's like, bet. You want to
yeah,
join?
That made his
yeah.
day.
Uh-huh.
Knowing A, that made his day.
Oh yeah, he
Exactly.
Like,
was. Taylor Nicole. Yeah, I remember he was doing a lot of anal with her. I mean, that scene. That was great. But you're right about the VR thing. And what's cool about me is I literally I saw a VR review on me. I just happened to run across it. You know how sometimes you Google yourself to try to find your pirated
mhm.
stuff so you can get rid of it. Well, I
Yeah.
found this long ass fucking VR review on my VR studio, and it was well written. And one thing he said in there as a compliment, he said Tadpole when he records VR, he does not give a fuck. And and I took that like, damn, you're right. I don't because when I like put the VR camera up, I don't give a fuck that there's a guy walking around with the camera. I do not care. It doesn't. To me, it's
Like,
like as a VR viewer, you get to watch to see what it's like to be on a porn set where we're recording. You know what I mean? That's the way
Yeah.
I look at it. You know what I mean? But I
I
Hmm.
told
feel.
this one studio, one studio. I won't say who it is. He reached out to me and he asked my advice on like he wanted to start his own VR studio, and
Hmm.
he asked me how I did it, and I told him I did the same. I record 2D and VR at the same time. He goes, I can't do that. That's just so unprofessional. I can't have a cameraman walk around with the VR. He goes to me that just looks too unprofessional. I'm like, well, each your own. You know, that's just I don't care about it not looking professional. I mean, I'm an amateur, so that's the way I get away with it. I mean, that makes sense, right? I mean,
Yeah.
that's his style. He felt like that was just too unprofessional,
Hmm.
and I respect that. But he never
Yeah.
did go on to do any VR, so so.
Hmm.
I
But
feel. I feel that like having that. it really does match what type of content that you do in general, which is basically that every like you said earlier, that everyday male persona because it's like this is how we're gonna do it. We're gonna show you everything that's going on. And
Mhm.
like we're not gonna overly put too much like you do put a lot of production into your stuff to make sure everything is
Mhm.
together, but
Mhm.
you're not just gonna make it seem unreal.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
that's what you do. You make
Yeah.
it seem real because it's not overly done. If
Yeah.
that makes sense,
Yeah.
I know what I'm trying to
Yeah,
say.
it does. No, you're explaining it. I get the feedback I get is people say the way I film, they make it feel like they're actually in the room, like they actually feel like they're
Yeah.
part of the scene. So it's not. It's not. It's like it could also too. It's like it's really to me. It really is Gonzo. I mean, it's really is when you think of Gonzo. When I see all these Gonzo, we call it nominations come out, and I'm thinking I watched some of those scenes. I'm thinking that's not Gonzo to me. Gonzo is what I do. Because I'm the cameraman. I'm talking to the female as they're fucking asking questions, and we're swapping the camera around with other people in the room, and we're
Yeah.
leaving all that in there. We don't. I purposely do not. I don't. When I edit, I do edit. I do sit down and edit, but I do make a conscious decision to leave certain things in there because I know that by leaving things in there will make it feel more real. Like, I can easily cut out the part where I'm handing the camera to somebody to take over filming. When you're handing the camera to somebody, obviously
Mhm.
you might not get you might for a brief second you might be filming
Whoa.
not filming the action. You're filming the wall or whatever. But just
Mhm.
yeah, you can kind of feel that the guy is getting the camera in his hand from somebody else. I just purposely leave that in there because that's the kind of feel I want. That that hey, I'm handing the camera to somebody, and
Mhm.
you can see it. You know what's happening because they're
Hmm.
talking about hey, take over the camera. I gotta, you go, you know what I mean? And it's yeah. So I don't like the stuff I leave in there is done intentional
Yeah.
to. It's not because I'm just lazy and just want to just throw up raw footage. No, I'm purposely like no. I want that realism look. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like for instance, too, like sometimes like I'll leave the part in there where we say lights, camera, action. I will literally leave that in there. Now, if I do a feature movie, if I'm doing a feature movie, yes, I've done like a couple feature movies, and I want to do more feature movies in the future.
Mhm.
I will obviously will want to cut that out. The lights, camera, action. But I love it when I do my Gonzo when we're like lights, camera, action. I just something like that. It just feels more real.
Yeah.
So.
It allows the viewer to dive into the experience as if they were there from the start.
hmm I
Yeah.
get that feedback a lot. People like, man, I feel like I'm in your video, dude, and I love that. And two people also say that the type of guy I look like and the guys that I use, they always say that you give me hope because I'm seeing all these beautiful these guys, all these beautiful women fucking these regular looking guys. Now I feel like that girl will fuck me if I just in the right place at the right time. Because when
Yeah.
you watch porn, let's be real, man. Most I know there's a lot of amateurs videos out there that do have regular looking guys. But let's be real, most professional companies, I would say most, maybe not all, they use well fit, good looking.
Yeah.
Not always good looking guys. But they're fit. They're always fit.
They're
They're got a
fit,
big
yeah.
dick. Yeah, yeah. Even the older gentlemen, even the older male performance homes that they use, they're always in decent shape. I mean, I
Yeah.
know Jay Cruz. Even though Jay Cruz is a little older, he's kind of fit that everyman look. I get tagged a lot with Jay Cruz, but he's not like fat like I am. I think I'm a little. I ain't gonna lie to you. I probably should lose some weight though for health reasons, but you don't see guys with my body type in any professional
Yeah.
um, I
Yeah.
see. And matter of fact, Brazzers, as I say that, I recorded some amateur scenes for them with a girl I discovered, Camila Cano, for the True Amateur site. And I was on a Skype interview, and her and I had good chemistry. And she asked them straight up, like, "Hey, can Tadpole be the male performer in the scene?" And they literally like laughed their asses off. And like, no, no, it's got to be a fit guy. Got to be a guy that's younger, your age, and fit. I didn't take it personal, but it was just one of those things. Like, yeah, I get it. I understand.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
that's
It's
just
why.
the
what.
aesthetic they're going for.
But like
Yeah,
whenever
yeah,
I tell somebody about your side of the stuff you do, I'm like he fits the mold of like what majority of porn watchers
yeah,
look like, you know?
yeah.
And because of that, it gives that like, okay, someone who looks like me, like you just said, like someone who looks like me can have sex with, a Sarah Lays or
Mhm.
or a Madison Wild or I'm not thinking about everybody I know you shoot with,
What, Taylor
or
Nicole?
Taylor Nicole,
Ooh.
Alexa Chains, or anybody else that you have had on your site
Yeah,
at any point. It's like these women are absolutely perfect,
gorgeous. Th-
and
These
it's
good. They're like Roxy Cinder, Kay Lovely,
yeah,
Willow Ryder. I mean, there's hundreds of girls. I mean, oh
it's
my
like
God, all the
that,
girls in my booth. I have Exteria Jade. Oh my God,
yeah,
it's so they're
I couldn't even think of like it was because I know it's like there's so many people that I have seen on your site, and I know that have come back frequently, and I'm like, it's so many beautiful women that they just are just there, and it's just like
yeah, real.
because you have the gangbang, you have it's not just
Mhm.
you, it is many other body types that are there that look like that like the construction worker in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
The Ralph, the dude who works at Ralph's at some random place in Georgia, like the farmer that's in Nebraska. You have that everyday look with all the people you have on your set, and it fits so many molds for all these individuals who are watching the stuff that you produce and you put out and you direct, and it's like, ah. I kind of belong,
Yeah.
compared to looking at someone who's really buff, and it's kind of like I don't look nothing like him, but I'm focusing on the girl, and I'm taken
Yeah.
aback from being in the scene, whatever, compared to when you're watching it, like watching one of your things is like, oh, that's me. That
Hmm.
looks just like me. I'm into this. That could be me,
Hmm.
you know.
I agree with you. And the porn, like I said, the porn viewers can see themselves and they have hope. And when I go to conventions, a lot of the fans that come up to me and tell me they love my stuff, they are not. They are guys that look like me. They have my same type of body type. And I'm telling you right now, guys who are good looking, that are six pack, they don't watch. They don't need to watch porn. They can go out to a club and pick up a chick. And I mean, they're not watching porn. The guys who are watching porn look like me, and because they may be more less likely to pick up a chick at a bar. I mean, I'm not saying they can. I mean, what I'm just saying is that they're more likely to stay home and be jerking off it, and watching the porno. And like I said, I go to conventions and I see what my fans are like, and they're always one to order tadpole triple X the T-shirt. So no,
Well, I was gonna buy one of those. I saw your
yeah, I
story
got my
today.
merch, my merchandise website just came alive.
Yeah, I saw it the other day, and I'm like, I gotta wait till I get paid. Because I wanted one of these. Somebody was gonna get it in black. Because I saw it the other day. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm all right. Give me a shirt and support. This was like a few days ago. I saw it, but again, I gotta wait until the finances were set. You know.
No, that's okay. I can send you something.
No.
Well, and another thing too, I noticed too, like when girls, when I do collabs with girls, they'll tell me that their scenes will sell more than like for instance, like they'll do a collab with me and they'll upload it to their OnlyFans, and they'll say that my scene will sell better than like a top male porn star that they work with. And I'm telling you, that's kind of like almost like evidence where what porn viewers want to see. Does that make sense at all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh, not trying to say any guy's name out there, but I know who they collab with. But they're saying that, like, dude, Tadpole, you're collab with it. So it's my top selling vid on my OnlyFans. You know what I mean? It's like, Wisconsin Tiff. I done a bunch of collabs with her. She tells me our scenes sell
Yeah.
very well. She makes thousand dollars off them,
She's
and
awesome.
she
But
always likes.
Funny
Mhm.
enough, just this week, someone slid into my DMs on OnlyFans, was like, "Hey, can you send me that video of you with Tadpole?" And I was like, "Sorry, you gotta DM him directly. He's got the video."
Yeah, yeah, I always love hearing that where girls say that, and also and some I just want to give okay. I know this is going to come after Exotica, but just mentioned some of the hot women I work with, hot girls on my library. I want to run through the list of the girls that's gonna be in my
Go ahead.
booth. Okay, Rebel Rider. She's a legend. We know Rebel Rider. She's a legend. She's won an Avian Award. Cecilia Taylor,
I love
Emma
Cecilia.
Cirrus. You know Emma Cirrus. She's a beautiful
I, I've,
blonde.
I've
Tiffany,
never, I've never, I've,
Wisconsin.
I've never met her, but I have met Cecile, blah blah blah. Yeah, I can't get it out now.
Cecilia Taylor.
Cecilia. Yeah,
She's
I know.
cute. She's a Tifa Quinn's gonna be in my booth. Asteria Jade. Serena Hill. She's been in quite a few of my movies too. Serena Hill. Lilith Grace. Harley Love. Oh man, Harley Love. Lack of Skill is gonna be in my booth. Lola Akio. Sunny Days, Madison Wild. Nina Nova's gonna have some signing time in my booth. Tiny Chloe, and Bree Sky is gonna be in my booth. Bree Sky, I helped her with her VR studio. I got her and her boyfriend. I gave them some training on VR, and now Bree Sky, who you guys familiar with Bree Sky?
I love
Yeah.
Brie. I met Brie like when she first started doing before she started doing her own stuff.
Mhm.
Like
Mhm.
before she started getting naked. I met her. I met her then,
Yeah.
and so I think I saw her last at X3, and I've texted her like 2 days ago. I've been cheering her on everything that she does because she's such a sweet, sweet
Mhm.
Very
kid,
sweet. She's very
and
sweet. Mm-hmm. But during X3, I introduced her to VR. She came to my set, me and Wolf Dom, we showed her how we do our VR. And then about a week later, she started her own VR company based on talking to me. So, and she's doing real well. I mean, I don't know if you're familiar. A little shout out to Bree Sky VR, but she's doing her own thing.
yeah, cause
She don't work with
I've
other
seen this
studios.
stuff. I've seen this stuff. Her and well, I didn't
Madison,
want.
right?
I didn't purchase, it, but I've seen the previews of the stuff
Yeah.
that her and Madison was doing.
Yeah, I went to Bree Sky's house in Las Vegas and I did a scene with Madison and Bree Sky. Bree Sky did, she was non-sex. It was she recorded with my camera. She dirty talking, and Madison gave me a VR hand job. It was pretty wild. She she
Oh, that's
she
awesome.
made me come twice in 10 minutes. It's crazy.
Oh, shit.
And yeah, I don't know. I've never done that before. It just must have been a really good hand job, I guess. But Madison knows what she's doing with those hands, I guess.
Hmm. She got those magical hands then.
You must have, yeah. Madison's great. I can't wait for her to be in my booth. She's been working out. She's been really dedicated to her profession.
That's awesome.
And she supports me too. She retweets me. She wears my merchandise. She's proud of me. Yeah, we walked the red carpet together in AVN, XBiz, and a little bit of AVN too.
Oh, that's
And,
dope.
and then I sat with another girl during the awards. I felt so bad.
Oh,
I'm friends. I'm friends. I'm friends with
whoa.
everybody. I'm not dating nobody. I'm just friends with everybody. I love Madison though. We're great friends. Yeah.
I
What a
mean,
hoe,
So,
though. Walking the red
you
carpet
say
with someone, then sitting with someone else. What a hoe.
it was. I just ran into somebody else and like she's like, "Oh, they're opening the doors. Let's go in and sit down." And I sit down. I'm like, "Oh shit, I gotta get Madison." And then she runs into me and she's like, "Oh, you sat without me." And turns out there was no other place for her to sit, so she had to sit like in her aisle in front of me. But it was all cool. She's not like mad or nothing like that. But we, kind of
Yeah.
tease each other a little bit.
No, I
Yeah.
get that because those events fill up quickly. Like once we get through the red carpet, there's like it feels like it's only barely enough seats for everyone. Like,
Yeah. There's hardly no room, and I sat next to Eva Nix. She's awesome too. I was hoping she would be in my booth, but maybe next time. Eva Nix is adorable.
are you?
Another beautiful girl. I work with Tab, but there's been hundreds of girls that are gorgeous, and
mhm.
I'm very happy. I'm very fortunate, and I'm just glad that the fans are loving it, and and I'm doing my taxes right now. Matter of fact, I'm on my last month, and I'm telling you, I'm very fortunate that I get a lot of support from from all around the world. You know, I got people from like Saudi Arabia and Austria and England. They're buying my merchandise. The new merch website I got. It's actually it's pretty. It's what's the word? Very very surreal to knowing that someone's from the Middle East is buying your tadpole T-shirt. Like
Yeah, that's
company
beautiful.
I started 8 years ago just for fun, you know, to try to get a few strippers discovered. Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Are you gonna do the other Exoticas? Like I don't know how many are left in the year out after Chicago. You doing the
3.
Minnesota, I do them all. I plan on doing
okay?
them all. Like Minnesota's a new city, so Minnesota's gonna be like I think it's in July or June. I think it's
Mhm.
July. Never Minnesota. The first far as I know, it's the first time I've been to Minnesota. I hope you all go to Minnesota.
I'm actually
I'm
still
so
contemplating it. I really want to go just because one, I've never been, and I want to like essentially hit every state in the U.S. Like I want to figure out how to film in every single state in the U.S.
The
It's
last time I was
quite
in
cool. Go
Minnesota,
on
difficult.
a little go
that's
on a
why
little tour.
A little tour,
Yeah, you can imagine
a
that.
little
Well, not a,
tactical
not a
tour.
not a tour like that. I mean, a tour where you're a content trade tour.
Yeah,
Like
no,
not a content trade, a content tour. Like you actually filming, like you said, filming every state. That'd be
yeah.
kind of cool. But do you go? Are you going to Chicago, Sarah?
No, I'm not. Unfortunately, I
Oh,
know, but I
damn,
will. I know I'll see you at least
Ekbis.
for. Yeah, I'm not sure about that one either. But are you
Well,
going to XRCO?
a what? What is
XRCO?
that? What's that? I'm not
the
familiar with
awards,
that.
the awards.
That one's in May in
Oh, the XRCO awards. I have never been to those awards. I never been nominated from them. But maybe I should. I mean, that's not a reason why. I just somehow I don't even. I've never been to those awards yet. That's one event that I have not been to. Because I always go to XBiz Miami, and I kind
Mhm.
of forget about everything else in May. But XBiz Miami, I think, is one of the most fun event because we shot in XBiz Miami a couple years ago. That was
Yeah.
so much fun. I mean, XBiz Miami. I love it. I love everything about XBiz Miami.
Mhm.
You know,
Love
The
XBiz
last time I
Miami.
was
I
in
think that is
pool.
for the creators.
Yes, yes. No fans there. You got the pool, and you shoot literally every day there. You know what I mean. I
Mhm.
come with the budget, so I like to do paid shoots. I'm not walking around looking for content trade. You know what I mean? Like I do content trade a lot, but I also like to do paid shoots, so I don't have to deal with
Mhm.
sharing the footage. And also too, I don't know how people, the whole because sometimes I do girls content that do shoots with girls, and they may not like my style of filming,
Yeah.
and if they don't like my style of filming, I'm just going to offer you a paid because I'm not trying to change the way I film just because
yeah.
it's been working for me. I'm not changing it. You know what I mean? If you want two different camera angles, you want, professional cameraman, instead of me filming with my hand, like, nah, it's not gonna work. I'll just pay you. I'll just pay your rate. But
I
some
feel
girls want my content. Like some girls see and they like my style, and they're like, "No, I only want content trade from you. I want you to film it the way you film it because that's what my fans want, and I
Mhm.
know it sells for you, it'll sell for me. So,
I love
but
that.
Like
I don't mind doing paid shoots.
Mhm.
I haven't been down to Exhibit Miami for a few years now. 'Cause I know the last time I was there, like I just didn't have time. I was just at the parties,
Mm,
and the award show. So and I hate like I don't travel because like I'm not shooting content. So like the Chicago's and Minnesota I won't be at. But I know like I see how the fans like I often say frolic. That's not a good word. They gather at these award shows, and I think they'll
mhm.
love it, especially in the Midwest, because it just feels like nothing goes on there. So they, really would really show up.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. And one thing about XBiz, I've actually was nominated the last 2 years for male content creator of the year. But
Okay.
this year I did not push for votes. Like I just didn't have time. just busy
Mhm.
doing producing videos. It's just that. So I don't know if I'll get nominated. It doesn't matter if I get nominated or not. I'm still gonna go to XBiz Miami. It's that's a good time. But
Yeah, I was telling my cousin who just started doing porn to go down there and really just meet with people down there, like to like just learn.
mhm.
So I agree with you. Like it's a good place to learn, especially if they go to the morning conventions and stuff like
It's the
the
seminars.
seminars and
Yeah,
stuff.
the
Yeah.
seminars, they're very
Yeah.
educational, I have to say. Like, even if you only go to one, I have to say, go to the law one. The one
Which
where
one?
the law
Oh,
one, the one where they tell us all the legalities of it, all the
Mhm,
new
okay.
updates for the year. I always tell people if you can only go to one, at least go to that one.
Yeah, they reached out to me to want me to know if I would do a seminar on. A couple years ago, they asked me if I want to do a seminar on VR.
Mhm.
And I asked if I was going to get paid, and they said no. I'm like, a part of me was like, I don't really want to. I mean, I don't want to be selfish, but at the same time, though, when you're giving out your knowledge with VR, where people can make a lot of money, like on VR, I mean, I think I should get compensated some way, but
I don't
I don't know. I
mind.
guess I don't know. It was just me at the time. I guess I do help like to help out people like Bree Sky with their VR. I didn't want anything in return, but but back to the seminar you're talking about. I definitely will find time to go to that one because I think that one would benefit me. Because
Mhm.
some of them seminars are they are beneficial for people who are new to the industry. You know.
Absolutely. And like sometimes, even if you're not new to the industry, if you've been doing this for 10 years, there may be something that
Don't know.
someone is doing that you may not have done that you're like, wait a minute, that's a good idea.
Yeah, it's true. You can learn something from somebody, right?
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
another reason why I didn't want to do the VR too, because I didn't think I was polished enough to be teaching anybody VR. I
Yeah.
think I'm the last person. Yeah, because but at the same time though, it's like I just feel like doing a seminar. I thought you have to really know you really got to know the subject matter. Does that make
Mhm.
Mhm.
sense? Even though I do VR, I still don't feel like I'm an expert on it. Does that make sense?
I feel
Like
that.
I feel like I'm like the saying. They know they say the jack of all trades, master of none, or something. Is that what they
Yeah.
call it? That's why I feel like I'm in porn. Like I do a lot of stuff, but I'm not like I would never consider myself a master. You know what I mean? Because I do DVDs. I um do everything VR, 2D, live stream, but
Yeah.
I'm not doing any of it like professional. Like I said, you see those VR companies. Some VR companies are fucking amazing. Like I watch it, I'm just blown away how professional it looks. It's just so amazing. But then
Hmm.
then you put a get on mine, and mine is just like chaos. It's like, I mean, it's I don't know. I think one day I will get to a point where I will master my VR where it'll look more professional. But right now, I don't give a fuck, and in a nice way because
Yeah.
it's working. People love it, right?
Yeah.
Like there is a beauty to yours though. Like I don't think you actually need to change it. You don't need to quote unquote get better. Like what
True,
you
good
have
point.
right there is already magic.
Thank you. That's a nice
Mhm.
compliment, sir. That's nice. Thank you very much. That made my day.
You're
Made my
welcome.
week. Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
I was telling people like because models will hit me up every once in a while to for references and they'll be like, "Oh, so what do you think about Tadpole?" Like because they're like, from what I'm seeing, it just looks like a guy just picked up the camera and he's just filming now. And I was like, I see where you see that, but that is the point. That is quite literally
Yeah.
the point of his films to look raw, to look natural, to look like
Mhm.
you're just, he's just fucking and he just picked up the camera and we're just
Yeah.
showing you the fun that we're having. Like, that's the beauty
Yeah.
of it.
But
And
yeah,
then,
and also
like,
like with our orgies and gangbangs, we definitely like I said, it is definitely like that. We just like I said, I remember I mentioned before, we're passing the camera around with the other guys in the gangbang, But these guys that are filming, I trust them. I train them. We always discuss how to do things better because we don't want to be hitting the ring lights, stuff like that.
yeah.
That's we try to keep it. We don't want it too amateur. I mean, like I
Mhm.
don't like seeing a ring light. when we're recording. But the talking's fine. I love that stuff. But no, you're right. But I mean, but my tadpole fucked pretty babe series actually got avian nominated, so for best series. So I'm proud of that. So I can at least say that my amateur stuff did get nominated. So with the avian awards, that was like a highlight. I mean, that's like, I mean, I never, someone would tell me like 8 years ago when you started tadpole you would get an avian nomination for your boy girl scenes. I would have believed it. So
And it's
very
always it's
very
always great to get that first nomination. It's kind of like, oh my God.
yeah
Like
Yeah.
like even though you know you deserve it, it's kind of like
yeah.
it's like so surreal because you
Mhm.
got it. It's like I'm here. People on that level recognize me, you know, and
Yeah.
say that I deserve to be here. So it's like it's so like fulfilling in your heart. Win or lose, it's kind of like I'm here, you know.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah, and I do know I do get a lot of fans that say they love my vids, and then like I said, they love it. They love everything about my movies, and they love the way I film. They love the guys in the videos, and it's nice to hear
Mhm.
that from fans. And I got fans that will buy everything that I upload to minivids. I got as soon as I is when you get the minivids notification, you kind of see the same
Mhm.
names. They literally will buy everything, and it's
Mhm.
great that you have guys that will pay for porn because we're competing with free porn on the internet, and my stuff is being pirated like crazy, and I can't keep up with it. I'm trying. It just sucks that there's people out there that steal your shit and upload it. I mean, but despite people pirating my stuff, I still have enough fan support that are allow me to that buy my porn enough allow me to do what I'm doing. Because everything I do, people don't realize, but every single dime that I put into my production company comes from my earnings. It's I'm not. Some people got this misconception that he's just a middle aged guy with money, that's has money. No, every single thing I've done with my company since day one, all the budget comes from my earnings. I don't use none of my other earnings. You know what I mean? It's not like I saved up a million bucks and invested into this company. No, it's based on my sales. If I have a good month of earnings, I'm going to put it back the next month with shoots and travel and sponsoring events, stuff like that. So
Yeah.
if the fans aren't buying my stuff, I'm not be able to do what I'm doing. This is not my pocket. This is not my life savings money that I'm using to do this company. It's
Mhm.
it's all on my earning, my budget based on my earnings. So
Hmm.
I'm happy to say that people are buying my stuff. So I just wanted to say thank you to them, and please keep supporting Tadpole. You know, and hopefully I'll make some money with the merchandise too.
Right?
I
Yeah.
mean, I know.
Although the merchandise, I honestly don't care if I make a profit on that. I just want people to have access to the merchandise because I
Mhm.
hate I hate it when people reach out to me and say they want a shirt. I wouldn't say hate. I don't. I like. Okay, take that back. I like that they came out and asked me they want me to get a shirt, but I didn't like the fact that I had to go to the mall and get it made, then go to the post office and mail it out. Now I have a website that where they can literally just buy it and I don't have to do
Yeah.
anything. And this is my second attempt at a merch website. The first one was a disaster. I invested like over $2,000 into a merch website, and the guy took my money and ran, and then he shut down the merchandise company because apparently he had some really bad illness. But um anyway, I
Oh,
think
I know which one you're talking about.
yeah, he's gone now. I gave him over $2,000 worth of merchandise for thongs and hats, and I reached out to him like, hey, why is this stuff not on my website yet? And he basically just tells me, I'm sick. Here's my GoFundMe page, and basically your company's done now. So it's like, yeah, you just take it as a loss. What can you do? I mean,
Yeah.
I did have serious health. I think that he probably used my money towards the medical bills, but you know what? If that's is that what he needed it for? Fine, I'm fine. I wrote it off on taxes. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, because I know if we're talking about thinking about the same person, I remember that I previously got some shot glasses for somebody from somebody on there, and then they told me like all of their stuff was coming down. Another person, all their stuff was coming down because of his health issues, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah, it's a yeah, yeah. Probably the same guy. Yeah, we'll talk about it off cam. I don't want to
yeah,
put
Yeah.
put
I
the guy
know,
out
yeah,
there. Yeah. And honestly, I can't remember exactly the name of the company. I just know that I paid for my domain from him. And I was able to actually get my domain back. Actually, when he shut down his business, my domain actually became available again. So I was able to buy Tadpole merch again. So it's tadpolemerch.com. So I,
Yeah.
I'm like, feel like I'm advertising on your podcast. Go,
There,
go
that's the
to,
point.
that's the
get some
point.
The
merch. Get some
point.
merch. Yeah. Oh, it's available all around the world.
Mhm.
And
Oh.
my and it's safe for work too. You got safe for work options, so you can
Mhm.
literally get a Tadpole T-shirt without the Tadpole X Studio, and you can wear it to church, whatever you want to do.
Speaking of merch, wasn't there a point? I think it was, I don't remember what year, but it was right before a Chicago Exotica where I was just online window shopping and I found some tadpole slippers and I sent them to you.
Yes,
I was like, babe, look, these look
yes,
exactly like it.
I bought them.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you for that. And what's funny is I bought them and I gave them to Rebel Rider, and
Mhm.
she wore them at the booth.
Yeah, I remember
I'm
her walking around them, and at one
yes,
point she was sitting on the chair just doing the little flippy with her with her slippers.
they,
I was like, ooh. And then we
that's
both
oh my
pointed at
God,
each
Sarah.
other
Oh,
like, ooh.
thank you so much again for that. I'm glad you reminded me of that. I gotta get another pair of those because they look just like the Tadpole logo. What were they exactly? Was that actually a tadpole? I can't remember.
It
Or was it a
was a
frog?
tadpole. It was a tadpole.
It was.
It
It
was.
was. I'm gonna write down right now.
Mhm.
Tadpole slippers. I'll
Yeah.
see if I can get those on my website.
Because I think I remember saying, I was like, okay, hear me out. Imagine wearing those slippers, some little like matching green fishnets, and a bikini, and the little like hat. Like I was like, I have to do it.
Matter of fact, the bikini. Matter of fact, my merchandise has a bikini on it, I bought one from Madison Wild, a bikini. It has and then Alexis Chains. I don't know. Hope she don't mind me saying this, but how great of a supporter she is. She actually surprised me, and I bought a tadpole bikini.
That's awesome. I
And
have to
she's
buy one.
yeah, she's I thought Alexis Chains. She's it doesn't surprise me. I guess shouldn't surprise me. She's that type of person, right? She
Yeah.
literally would. She bought the bikini. I don't know if she'll ever wear it. I don't know if she'll ever model it. I don't know. All I know is it was. I was pretty happy that she bought it. And of course, I bought one from Madison Wild so she can wear at my booth at Chicago Exotica on Friday night. So I just hope it comes in time.
Yeah.
And the bikini's pretty cool. It's got the little tadpoles on there, but without the X Studio. Yeah. No, I'll have to buy you something on the website, Sarah. You can pick something, I'll buy it. And same thing with you, Prince.
I
I
can
was I was literally
work for
gonna
it.
buy. I was gonna buy one of the shirts. Like I was literally like I think I was. I saw it the other day, and I'm like, okay. Then I was like, because I think at first I'm like, okay, I can do this, but I'm gonna wait until I got paid next, which will be in a
Yeah,
few
no
days.
worries, man.
Yeah, that was my
I
goal.
got you guys. For having me on the show, I get you guys some merch. Just gonna give me your color and size.
Yeah, love that.
Sarah, you're the best. I like that.
You.
So what do you have coming up that we should be looking forward to? Like, was us like again? This comes up the 27th of April. What should what do you have that we should look forward to?
Let's see. You're talking about like well, I know Chicago Exotica is gonna already will pass by the time this is aired. Of course, I'll be going to XBiz Miami. Um, I have hopefully my shoots. Harley Love is supposed to do a gangbang during with us during Chicago Exotica. Lack of Skills is doing a gangbang with us during Chicago Exotica. So those scenes should be out or scheduled to be out by the time this is aired. Of course, we're doing our orgy during Chicago Exotica. But beyond XBiz Miami, I haven't really planned ahead after that. I mean, I don't have any. I will. I guarantee you that I plan to go to. I got a boy girl scene scheduled with Madison Wilder and Chicago Zydeco and some other scenes, but um, um, I know, of course, you got Minnesota. I'll be at Minnesota Exotica. That 100%. Minnesota Exotica, XBiz Miami, and then and I know I'm gonna be making some trips to LA and Vegas. There's a lot of girls. Okay, I will say this: when I was in AVN and XBiz, a lot of females came up to me. A lot of beautiful females came up to me and said, "Tadpole, I want to work with you." So I gotta find out. I need to get my list out and start going through that list of girls and start going to LA and Vegas and start shooting with them. I mean, there's like Zoe Urso. We're supposed to
Usos.
shoot. There's so many. There were so many girls. I mean, it was insane how many girls, and so it was really nice. They were actually approaching me, and I gotta make some trips, but I'm trying to think. Hmm. Yeah, but like I said, I haven't have any. I don't have any like 100 guy gangbang coming up. I need to do one of those, right? I need to do a 100 guy gangbang, and I need to do a feature movie. I got to do a feature movie sometime in 2026. I'm due for one.
Okay.
And I will say this. I'm using AI to make music for my movies now. I don't know if anybody will be upset by me mentioning the word AI, but there's an AI music maker where I can literally like make the music towards the movie like
Okay.
a soundtrack. It's pretty wild.
That's pretty awesome. Because my view on AI is about using it to help us, not using it to replace us.
Yeah,
That's
I,
all
I
Yeah,
I'm
agree.
exactly. I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want. I tell you what, I don't want to see myself having sex with a girl on video and knowing that it was AI. Because then that what fun would I have watching?
yeah,
now,
exactly.
now, if I can get an AI of me to do the role play part of the scene, and then I jump in and do the sex scene, I'm good with that.
Right? You're like, I'm still getting it.
Yeah, I just let him do the role play. Make me a better actor, maybe. I don't know. maybe a little, have make me a few pounds lighter, and then I don't know. But no, 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 you're right. But it's just music. I mean, like I literally made some songs, and I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It was actually pretty good songs. I tried it with my voice, and my voice is terrible, even in AI. So anyway, but
Not gonna lie, I have to hear it later.
I'll send you some links.
Yeah,
I
please.
don't know, but I don't think I published mine with my voice though. But my voice is terrible, man. Even with AI, horrible.
I get it. I
But
always tell people this is why I didn't quit my day job. I am not a good singer.
I bet you better than I am. I guarantee you. But I do have my virtual reality platforms do have we call it every 3 days I have a new release on there, and this is scenes
Okay.
that go back from when I filmed during AVN and XBiz. I filmed so much during the month of January that those scenes are still coming out.
Okay.
So many. It's, so I want people to obviously my website is tadpolexstudio.com and of course my VR is on tadpolevr.com. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm supposed to be getting a VR studio. I'm sorry, a virtual reality website this year too. It's in the
Okay.
works right now. It was supposed to have been done before Exotica, but it's going to be delayed a little bit. The VR website's a little bit a bigger animal. Does that make sense at all?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you got to get it to perfection, perfect before you put it
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, I'm trying to give them my best sellers, get them up first, but yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping they'll do well. I mean, my website is doing really well, so I'm hoping the VR site will do well too.
Oh, it definitely will. That's for sure. Mhm.
I love your house. Beautiful. You got a calendar on there too behind you,
Super,
Sarah.
super flowery, huh?
It's beautiful.
You. I do need new blinds though, because I'm kind of tired of these like streaks. But besides
Oh,
that,
I
hopefully,
didn't. I didn't notice that. I didn't notice that. So now I see it. It's
yeah,
okay.
they're
You
just
look
too
like a ray of sunlight.
scratchy.
You got sunlight on you, and then you got the yellow shirt too. You look so
Yeah,
pretty.
that's what I told her the other day, and she keeps saying she wants to change it.
Nah,
Yeah.
you look a ray of sunlight. And we're also gonna give a shout out to Rising Star PR. He's the one that set this up, I believe. He's
Yeah,
the one that.
I was gonna do that before we got off.
Oh
To
no,
give
I
a shout.
didn't. I just saw an email from him. So that's why I just thought about him.
Yeah, I was about to like when I before I get off, I was going to give him all the love that he deserves.
No,
It's
Mm.
he's
been
great. He's great. I highly recommend him as a PR. I really do. I
yeah,
mean,
like I just like we have you on. We just had another one of his clients on a little while ago, and she was fantastic. So yeah, so yeah, I love the interactions that me and them have had over the last few weeks. They're fantastic.
Hmm.
yeah.
What is this note? I'm sorry, this note taker is just randomly throwing stuff at me.
I know.
Oh God. So my note taker is letting me know we're almost toward the end. It's yelling at me. So working you've already said where everybody can find you. What's your social medias?
my, my ex is TPXX movies. That stands for Tadpole X Studio Movies. I did have a Tadpole X Studio Twitter that was perfect, but it got suspended because I had Rebel Rider um, half naked on my profile pic, and I didn't. She had pasties on for Christ's sake. So yeah. So now it's TPXS Movies, and then I'm not active on IG, but I do have an IG. It's man, I think it's honestly I don't know my IG. It's I think it's Tadpole. I can look up. It's I think it's Tadpole VR 3D, something like that, or Tadpole VR. I need to get on there more often. It just obviously the whole safe for work stuff is most of my pictures people are naked, so it's tough for me to find pictures without nudity. I mean that's serious. Yeah, I gotta do better with IG. And then of course I mentioned my website tadpolexstudio.com and my VR. Find my VR on tadpolevr.com.
Fuck yeah.
I just looked and I see Tab Hole fans.
Oh yeah, I have a oh shit. Oh, that's remind me. I have a Reddit page ran by a fan, and apparently I had an IG ran by fans. I actually have a Reddit page that has like 25,000 subscribers on it, and is ran by a fan who's been
Okay.
totally awesome. I told him don't do previews more than a minute,
Hmm.
and he only does like a minute previews as I request, and it gets my Reddit page gets a lot of it's basically Tadpole X Studio Reddit page, and it gets a lot of interaction.
That's
He he uh,
awesome.
he puts on there the voting links for whenever they're voting for awards, and like people comment on my vids on there, and they just it's mostly positive. You know, you get some people who are rude, want to know how did that fat fucker fuck all these hot chicks, but you know, but most of it's like this is hot, this is wild. It's and it's good to see the interaction with the Reddit page. You can check out the Reddits on Tadpole X Studio.
Fuck
Man,
yeah.
real quick, Sarah, where can I find you?
I'm
You guys can find me
trying.
on iamsarahLace.com. All of my links to my social medias will be on there.
We got that Burbank Memphis on Instagram, Burbank Memphis on Facebook and on the Twitter and on Blue Sky. If y'all
Thank
still use
you.
Blue Sky and burbankmemphis.com. It says everything we do from fitness to Sarah stuff to our merch to almost we do a lot of crap. We're just here for no reason. And I'm RAWSEARR on Twitter, Blue Sky, and on the Instagram. Mr. Tadpole, my dude, always a pleasure. Oh, by the way, y'all, Tadpole, and I speak about this a lot on other episodes. Tadpole is another person in this industry that I've never heard anybody say anything negative about. He's always been that great dude, and to know him is to even love him anymore. He's such a great dude to be around, and is
Thank you.
always full of positivity. So again, if you go to any of these conventions, whatever, give him a hello. He's always a great person. So just throw it out there even more. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Prince. I tell you what, I will shout out to you too, because I tell you what, at events, you do come up to me and always would say hi to me. First started going to events, you were actually one of the guys that would come up and say hi to me and shake my hand at events, and I really always appreciate you doing that, Prince. I just want to say that too, and I appreciate the kind words. And I'm just a nice guy. I just try to help others, and I don't think it's I just know I just do my best to try to keep everybody happy and try to keep peace and drama free and just try to be professional on set and try not to be do things right. So
Absolutely.
I do appreciate
Absolutely.
it. Yeah.
And again, thanks, Rising Star, for connecting all, like putting all this together. And go check out their PR stuff. And we will see you all, fantastic people, all next week. Be well, stay blessed, and be good to each other.
Bye,
And
guys.
make sure you see and also see the scenes that we did with Sarah Lace, the orgies.
Mm-hmm.
I might go watch them tonight. I got to check out the lighting on there.
Yeah, gotta just
Yeah, I
really.
got to make sure the lighting was good.
Everybody.